Unfortunately, I had to cut the video on the inside short because the connection is not that good in there. I showed you World War I and World War II, but by the time I got back to the area of the Korean War, unfortunately, the connection wasn't that great, so I had to cut it short there. But in the past, I've made videos of the different sections, so feel free to go back and check out those. But I'm at least going to show you the outside of the museum. So right over there is where the World War I exhibit is. World War II is right over there. We'll be going past that in a second. But right in front of me right here is where the IMAX theater is. And then there's a sign that says National Museum of the United States Air Force. Come this way a little bit so that way you can see the sign at the front of the museum. And there it is. Alright, so now we're going to walk over to the outside airplane exhibit. So right over here is where the World War II exhibit is. Coming up on a jet right here. Alright, now we're walking towards the rest of the outside aircraft. Definitely a windy day today, that's for sure. So here's a hangar that was used by U.S. Army Air Corps during World War II. 8th Air Force Tower. Fortunately, they're closed on the inside, but I've seen the outside of it many times, but I've never actually been in it. So, had it been open, you would have been seeing new stuff just like I am. It's kind of hard to tell, but because of the window, reflection from the window, but you can see a little bit of the inside from right there. Yeah, this plane right here definitely looks interesting. It's almost like it has two cockpits. In-flight stimulant. I think they got this plane since I was a little kid, because I remember this one being the closest when I was a kid, but I always used to laugh at this plane because it looks like it has a big nose. The bird of prey. And right over there is part of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. This plane that's coming up in front of us is one of the main planes that flies here at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. You'll see it across the Dayton area. I always say to myself, there's your, whenever you see this plane flying in the air, I always say to myself, there's your proof you live in Dayton. Because they take off from a part of the base that's about a couple miles in front of us, and they do like their practice runs throughout the Dayton area every day. It would definitely be interesting if one was in the air as we walking past this, because the base is closed, they fly really low to the ground. Definitely a big plane, that's for sure. there's the Air Force Museum's outdoor airplane exhibit on this really windy day. Yeah, I think these planes are, I don't know for sure, but I think these planes are too big to be on the inside of the museum, so that's why they're all outside. Because they do have some decent sized planes in there, but obviously there's a limit. And then we're coming up on the big nose plane again. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. That is definitely one of the more interesting looking planes out there. So, you'll see on the side of the buildings right here, you have the different emblems of the United States Air Force throughout history. So, like I said earlier, in front of us is the World War II building. So there's the emblem of the United States Army Air Corps during World War II. And I'll show you the other emblems over here. So right here, like I said, we got World War II. Over there is the emblem of the United States Air Force during Vietnam. Over there is of the same during the Cold War until rather recently. And then over there is the current emblem of the United States Air Force. Here's an F-16 memorial. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. Once again, I apologize about the bad connection on the inside. So I've made videos in the past of the museum, so feel free to take a look at those videos. But you know, did my best. But yeah, at least for a little bit, it was neat to show you guys all the stuff in real time. But that about wraps up for the video. Please like the video, please comment on the video, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.